Okay. Thank you so much. What a lovely introduction. I mean, thank you, Aaron, first of all, for publishing my book. Here it is. You can already see these are different performances in different colors. I'm a nerd as well as a poet, of course. So yeah, I'm delighted, beyond delighted, to and surprised. I was actually working on a sci-fi collection, and this poetry just erupted out of me. It was about 10,000 words, and where it was great joy working with Aaron to kind of like tease those different messages out and to hone it. Yeah, but yeah, it's we are having an event tomorrow actually, if you happen to be in London, at Common Press Books, and I'll be performing some of the music that goes along with this collection, because in the process of writing it, I was also collaborating with a variety of different artists. One of them was a producer, and so those poems have music which goes along with them, and you can listen to that on Spotify. It's called Cyclical Music. I mean, most nerds are poets, I think, definitely. So the first poem that I would like to share with you is called April Showers, and this one is in cyclical music as well as in the first poem in the collection. April Showers. There is so much becoming to be done. The cries of other people's children echo through window, off tile, to rouse your aching breast. Days pass. Afternoon sun seeps into the pool of still warm water at your feet. Wait, wait, wait. You'd run yourself out waiting for the one or two, but they were mind and body here all along. It's all very well being woke, but you'd only opened two eyes. You don't have to know the universe. You are the universe. You don't have to run when it hurts to crawl. You don't have to know everything. You don't have to know everything. And there's nothing wrong with you. Opening is so often breaking. Softening is so often hard. Mending hurts, draws focus like the itch of a newly formed scab. Try not to pick at yourself. Tip your toes past the confines of eggshell perfection, past safety and solidity into roots. The space between is sacred. Those who live there know. The space between is elemental, formless, essence, formless, shapeless, endless. Who knows how long, who knows how low, how deep the crevice, how sharp the slope. There is so much becoming to be done. The cries of other people's children echo through window off tile to rouse your aching breast. Days pass. Moonlight shifts over the pool of still warm water at your feet, over the tension of your knees, your worn hips, your tense shoulders, your taut jaw. But there's nothing wrong with you. Wait, wait, wait. Thank you. So this collection is very embedded in, I think, what I call the lovely everyday. I'm really trying to look at things that people might see as common or ordinary, through different lights. And yeah, with that in mind, I realized that this poem, called Wash Day, which is a duplex, a kind of queer duplex after Jericho Brown, is a really good example of that. And yeah, I'll just share it with you. Wash Day. I watch my washing machine trundle around, spinning soap in, dashing dirt out, softening. The water gathers sweat, swaps for soap. On Saturdays, my mother gathered with 6 siblings. The Magnificent Seven are marched upstairs, hands in the tub competing, like shirt sleeves jostling underwater, laughing over who can make the shukka-shukka sound, hooping air into fabric, freeing an ocean of disinfected foam into collars and cuffs worn from a week at school by all your brothers. hand-me-downs, handled with care. 7 pairs of hands, 2 washboards, shukka soap, softening, together for each other. I watch my washing machine trundle around. Thank you. It's quiet in this. Okay, no, sorry, don't worry. I'm imagining, it's fine. So the next one I'd like to do. Thanks, yeah. So I did play with a lot of kind of traditional forms, and through quite a lot of, maybe the first year that I was writing this book, I went and got myself a job at Apples and Snakes, just inveigled myself in there, and just attended every single poetry workshop that I absolutely could, sitting in the back and working. So the next one is a sonnet, which is called By Any Other Name. And it's about the experience of being a racialized person when people get your name wrong, which happens all the time, even though I dress like this. By any other name. It's right there for her to see, in my email address and signature, but she called me Dora, deleted it. Constant misspelling, cloying sweetness. 10 years ago, the CEO yells out, Lauren, at what point do I become myself? How am I distinguished from your memory of an ex-colleague, the celebrity spelling, initialization, anglicization? Shame burns through my face, hot and sticky and obvious to anyone. You've created this tension, this tiptoe on tight rope. To you, it's nothing. I'm as sweet as I am. The anger is a thorned cord around my neck. I squeeze myself into extinction. Thank you. So those are all from the first part of the book, which is mostly dealing with community. There are quite a few which are based on interviews with different people, and yeah, it's really, the first part is an exploration of family. It goes through history, different time periods. Oh, thanks. But the second part of the collection, I start to do some more self-investigation, I suppose. I think I trained as a journalist, and I found it much easier to tell the story of how I was feeling and what I was thinking through other people's voices. But yeah, for part 2, I had to do some self-investigation. And this is Sleep, which is also on Cyclical Music, if you'd like to hear it read with music. Love is not obsession. Love is not a brown curl falling on a wide shoulder. Love is not the waiting. Love is not the weight. Love is not the warmth in your gut when you feel them looking at you from across the room. Love is not control, nor is it controlling. Love is not the smashing of glass. It is not a fist through a wall, no matter how hard they try to convince you. Love is not isolation. It's not the pull in the middle of the night, nor is it waking with tears in your eyes, clutching their memory to your morn. Love is not endorphins, the flood and the rush. Love is not us against them. You wouldn't do that if you loved me. Love is not sleepwalking, nor is it sleep. I won't ask you to taste me on your lips, nor to feel the manna from my desperate phone call in the dark. I won't ask you to wake with my smile on your brow, nor to want to hold me when the moon is high and wild. I won't ask you to want me over muesli, nor to press your morning mouth to mine. I won't ask you to wonder where I go in dreams, nor to wonder how ours can blossom and entwine. I can't ask for your laughter when I'm silly, nor your forgiveness when I fail. I can't ask you to hear me through the fog of my misadventures, nor to see me through the glamour. I won't ask you to apologize. I won't ask you to stay. I can't ask you to stay. I can't ask. I won't ask. It's not love. Thank you. And for my final poem, they're pretty short. I'm just gonna just squeeze two in. So I'd like to do Learning to Be Afraid. I'm really exploring family, love, relationships. It's actually quite a sexy little book as well. I was surprised once I reviewed it. I was like, oh, but I gave a copy to my nan already, and she is upset that they're swearing in it, Aaron, so we should do a redacted version for my grandmother. Learning to be afraid. Learning to be afraid of our mother's milk, of the potential of nourishment, of healing, of new. Learning to be afraid of the orange blossom bloom of sparks at our sacrum, of laughter across fresh sheets. When we're loved, it lifts like a bell, rushing our heart like a swooping bird, the crackle of autumn fresh in our hair, despite the endless promise of dark. Love is the offer to recline and be embraced, yet we jolt upwards like a child resisting sleep. Hope will thaw you if you let it. We are afraid love will vanish. When we are loved, we are afraid. Thank you. And then the last one I'm going to do is Museum of Indelible Auras, which is after Lucille Clifton. Realised that there's a lot of, I don't know, people use haunted house imagery and ghost imagery quite a lot when they're talking about trauma in the body, which is something that I've noticed. And this is my personal haunted house poem, which is also a boasting sonnet. For so long, they passed through my corridors, never meeting. Feet treading dirt into rugs meant to invite. My kitchen buzzes with the sweet and herbal bitter taste of Morby. Noses wrinkle, my tongue torn out from their distaste. Demons writhe deep in the discoloured carpets, wings synchronized to swim through sorrow like starlings on air. A few membranes of memory whisper from the basement, where my sadness is serene wrapped, stacked on top of the wedding dress, the screams boxed. After so many ascensions, still, birds nest in the attic, the warm flurry of community. After so many ascensions, still, sweetness sticks to the roof of my mouth. After so many ascensions, still, not dead. Thank you so much. And yeah, just massive thanks to Aaron for organising and helping, and yes. Yeah, thank you.